Welcome back, theorists. Today we're diving into the dark side of fandoms. These are the top 20 fandoms gone wrong. We're talking about the moments when love for a franchise, a game, or a band goes too far, crossing the line from enthusiastic support to straight-up harmful behavior. Buckle up, theorists, because things are about to get dark. Our first entry takes us into the world of Yandere Simulator, a game centered around a high school student with a deadly obsession. We're talking real-life stalking incidents, threats made against rivals, both real and imagined, and a disturbing embrace of the Yandere persona. This case raises a chilling question. When does fascination with a dark fantasy become dangerous?
Next up, we have a case that proves even the cutest fandoms can turn sour. When the creators of Smiling Critters made some minor changes to the show's style and storyline, a vocal section of the fanbase erupted. We're talking relentless online harassment, hateful messages, and even threats directed at the creators.
Five Nights at Freddy's, with its chilling lore and jump scare thrills, has captivated millions. Obsessive fans, fueled by intricate and often unfounded conspiracy theories, have relentlessly harassed the game's creator, Scott Cawthon. But it gets worse, theorists. We're talking bomb threats called into businesses falsely believed to be associated with Cawthon.
Chapter 4, K-pop stands the dark side of idol worship. K-pop, with its catchy tunes and synchronized dance moves, has taken the world by storm. But behind the dazzling performances lies a darker side, the often toxic world of K-pop stans. Doxing, cyberbullying, and coordinated attacks on anyone perceived as a threat to their idols are disturbingly common. Chapter 5, Steven Universe, When Love Turns to Hateful Outbursts. Steven Universe, a show celebrated for its inclusivity and positive messages, ironically fell victim to the toxicity of fandom culture. When the show's creators introduced a same-sex relationship, a vocal minority of fans unleashed a wave of hate. The pressure from these attacks was so intense that some members of the Steven Universe team were forced to retreat from social media altogether. Chapter 6, Star Wars, a galaxy divided by toxic fandom. From harassing actors over their characters' fates to sending death threats to directors over creative decisions, the dark side of the Star Wars fandom is strong. Remember Kelly Marie Tran, driven from social media by relentless harassment, or the vitriol directed at Jake Lloyd, who played young Anakin. Chapter 7, Undertale. When mercy is a foreign concept. Undertale, a game lauded for its heartwarming story and emphasis on pacifism, ironically became a battleground for toxic fans. Death threats, doxing attempts, and relentless harassment became commonplace, proving that even fandoms centered around kindness can harbor a dark side. It's a sad irony that a game promoting compassion and understanding would become a breeding ground for such vitriol. Rick and Morty, with its cynical humor and mind-bending adventures, has amassed a devoted following. When McDonald's re-released their limited edition Szechuan sauce, a promotional tie-in with the show, fans descended into chaos. This incident serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of hype culture and the absurdity that can arise when fandom collides with consumerism. Chapter 9, Supernatural Shipping Wars and Online Bullying. Supernatural, a show known for its brotherly bonds and monster-hunting escapades, has also been plagued by a toxic fandom element. Shipping wars, where fans fiercely defend their preferred romantic pairings, have led to online bullying and harassment of both fellow fans and the show's actors. When personal preferences transform into aggressive attacks, it creates a hostile environment for everyone involved. Chapter 10. Voltron, when representation sparks outrage. Voltron Legendary Defender, a reboot of the classic mecha anime, found itself at the center of a fandom firestorm. When the show introduced a same-sex relationship, a vocal minority of fans responded with outrage and hate. This case is a stark reminder that representation matters and that fighting for inclusivity can come at a cost. Chapter 11. Sonic the Hedgehog Gotta Go Fast... FROM the Toxic Fans. Sonic the Hedgehog, a gaming icon known for his speed and attitude, has unfortunately attracted a fandom notorious for its extremes. From bizarre and often disturbing fan creations to relentless harassment of the developers, the Sonic fandom has a dark side that's hard to ignore. The infamous Sonic.exe creepypasta and the vitriol directed at Sega over game releases like Sonic 06 demonstrate the extremes to which this fandom can go. Chapter 12. My Little Pony Bronies and the Dark Side of Friendship. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. A show aimed at young girls unexpectedly garnered a massive adult male following known as bronies. While many bronies engage with the show in harmless ways, a subset has earned the fandom a reputation for toxicity and even disturbing behavior, from the over-sexualization of the pony characters to instances of pedophilia within the fandom. The dark side of the brony community cannot be ignored. Chapter 13. Sherlock, Elementary, My Dear, It's Toxic Fandom. Sherlock, the BBC's modern reimagining of the classic detective, captivated audiences with its clever writing and charismatic leads. However, the fandom's obsession with the show's potential romantic subplots took a dark turn, leading to harassment and bullying. Fans fiercely debated the validity of various ships, often resorting to personal attacks and online harassment of those who disagreed. Chapter 14. Supernatural Death Threats and the Price of Creative Control. Supernatural makes a second appearance on our list, this time for the extreme reactions some fans have had to the show's creative decisions. When storylines didn't align with their preferences, certain fans resorted to death threats directed at the show's writers and producers. It's a chilling reminder that behind the screen are real people with lives and families, and that threatening violence is never acceptable. Chapter 15. Game of Thrones. Winter is coming for the showrunners. Game of Thrones, HBO's epic fantasy drama, captivated millions with its intricate plotlines and complex characters. However, the final season sparked outrage among fans, with many feeling the ending betrayed the show's legacy. This dissatisfaction manifested in online petitions, hateful messages directed at the showrunners, and even threats of violence. Chapter 16. Hamilton, history has its eyes on toxic fans. Hamilton, the groundbreaking musical that took Broadway by storm, has also experienced the dark side of fandom culture. Some fans, often referred to as Hamilfans, have been accused of gatekeeping the musical, making it inaccessible to newcomers or those who don't share their level of devotion. This behavior, characterized by elitism and a sense of ownership over the fandom, creates a hostile environment for those simply trying to enjoy the show. Chapter 17. Homestuck, a fandom divided against itself. Homestuck, the sprawling webcomic that gained a cult following for its complex narrative and unique characters, became a case study in fandom toxicity. The fandom's infighting, fueled by shipping wars, character interpretations, and even accusations of plagiarism within the fandom itself, reached a fever pitch. This internal conflict, characterized by relentless harassment and cyberbullying, created a toxic environment that drove many fans away. Attack on Titan, the anime phenomenon known for its dark themes and intense action, has unfortunately fallen victim to its own fandom's toxicity. Disagreements over the series' ending, character interpretations, and even the creator's personal beliefs have fueled a wave of hate and harassment. From death threats directed at the creator and voice actors to attempts to sabotage the show's ratings, the Attack on Titan fandom has demonstrated a level of toxicity that overshadows the positive aspects of the community. It's a reminder that even in the darkest of fictional worlds, real-world consequences apply, and that respect for creators and fellow fans is paramount. And there you have it, theorists. 20 cases of fandoms gone wrong, reminding us that even the most passionate communities can harbor a dark side. These creators pour their hearts and souls into their work, and while constructive criticism is always welcome, crossing the line into harassment, threats, or hate is never acceptable. So, the next time you're engaging with your favorite fandom, remember to be mindful, respectful, and above all, kind. Until next time, theorists, stay curious.